I'm Luke Cage. You wanna test me? You know where to find me. Woo, got it all, man.
Thank you, honey.
That is today's most cheerful T-shirt.
Yeah.
Because we're so turned.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
It's giving us life. We're like, hey.
Did they give that out for the press?
Sorry?
Did they give that out for the press?
No,
You bought it?
I just bought it.
Oh,
yeah.
it's nice.
I ordered from Amazon.
The peach.
Okay. First of all, congratulations about your show. I really liked it. Luke Cage, it's about equality. It's about justice for all. What can you say about that diversity thing? Why we need diversity in these days more than any time?
Well, because the world doesn't look a certain way, but movies have looked a certain way, historically. So now it's about having movies catch up with the rest of the world. Like, one of my favorite movies is The Untouchables, because I love Brian De Palma as a director, I love David Mamet as a writer, but Chicago is one of the blackest towns in America, and there is maybe 5 black people in that entire movie, and they're all in the background somewhere. So it's like, that's why you want diversity, because it's not a, representation is more about seeing and reflecting the world out there, as opposed to quotas, as opposed to saying, counting things. You want it to look like and feel like something. And Harlem is still, you know, one of the epicenters of black culture in this country. But the thing about it is that, you know, you really kind of want to show and create a world and have people step into that world. And that's really kind of, you know, the advantage that we've had on Luke Cage. And by having Lucy direct the first episode, she entered the world. She doesn't shake the world up, but she shook up how we shot the world in a good way. And I think that her intelligence, poise, energy, and just overall dopeness, you know, just took our show to another level.
Yeah.
I've seen you raw, but never brutal.
Sometimes brutality gets shit done.
Harlem doesn't need a hero. It needs a queen.
About directing, in these days we are still talking about gender equality in directing. Greta Gerwig, she's the 5th female director who got nomination in directing. What do you think about that, about directing?
I think it's definitely something that is in transition, and it's so wonderful that that women have more opportunities to direct and to, you know, even be the director of photography. You know, more involved in department heads as department heads, and that's going to take a while to, like, you know, transition to something where we don't even ask the question anymore. When it just becomes, you know, what do you want to talk about with the plot, or what do you want to talk about that you did differently? It won't be about why is a woman directing, you know? I mean, I don't think if Catherine Bigelow's name was not on Hurt Locker, you wouldn't think, oh, a woman directed it. Because it's, I'm not saying it's a masculine show, but movie, but it was very suspenseful, and it was very, it just sort of grabbed you by the throat as soon as you entered into that movie. And I don't know if they think women only have romantic, very soft, sensitive natures only. I think there's definitely a very well-balanced part of ourselves. I mean, women have the capability of multitasking. They have the ability to produce and have children. You know, we're used to a different kind of connection and communication. You know, the genders are different, but I hope that it's not a conversation that we have to continue on in the future as a regular conversation, as a regular question, because I would like to be, you know, posed with the question of creativity, or, you know, my thought process, or what is the undercurrent of what was going on with his script, you know, because the time that we're taking to discuss, you know, all of the gender equality is, you know, it's not up to one person. It's a community, and the fact that we're uniting towards that is very important, and it's a strong stand in the right direction. But we are also losing the ability to answer the questions that you would ask a man at this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that was great. Those are great questions, though.
Yeah,
thank you.
Just so we're clear, I'm not in the market for a sidekick.
Who says you're not my sidekick?
Me? It's my show.